What's going on, y'all? This is Arenthius Frazier, again with another vlog and another podcast about basketball 101. We talked about, in the next vlog, we talked about defenses and the ways that you can play good defense. Like, for instance, we got rebounds, steals and block shots. I showed a clip of each one using NBA 2K20. So what I wanted to do right now was just talk about, the all-time leaders in each and, pretty much who's good now and who's not, who's good now and whatnot, and there's people who are average, and then there's some people who it's just not their thing, but they do excel in other areas of the game. Rebounding, that's a big part of the game. Usually the team with the most rebounds wins, and they win throughout the duration of the season. The NBA, they have an 82 game season, but usually one key factor is rebounding. You got to keep the other team off the board, so that's real important at this time. One of the best rebounders today, I got to give it up to Andre Drummond. This guy puts in 20 points, 20 rebounds a night. And he's also a good person for block shots and things like that. He controls the paint, and that's the painted area for those of y'all who don't know what the paint is. It's the painted area. Wilt Chamberlain is the all-time rebound leader, but then you have Dennis Rodman, Serge Ibaka, Tim Duncan, Rasheed Wallace, Ben Wallace. These guys put in a lot of work night in and night out to be able to do whatever it is that they need to do, on that side of the ball. They're not much of scorers, but this is what they do, and this is how they affect the game. And it's pretty cool. So, instead of me telling you this time what I think, what I'll do is I'll go on ahead and show you a couple highlights, of these players and what they do, and and you'll take it from there. So here's some highlights.
I didn't play the game for the money. I didn't play the game to be famous.
He just wants it a little bit more than everybody else right now. Those are the plays that Dennis Rodman does to make his team great.
Jordan now. He goes right around Rodman, but Rodman blocks the shot.
Watch how fast Jordan goes by. But now Rodman recovers. See his eyes? Look at him going for that shot block. He picked the point on the floor to come and intercept that shot attempt.
Doesn't even have to score a basket to turn a game around with his rebounding ability.
He's a very talented young man.
Enjoy those? All right, cool. Here's the deal with this, and now we got steals. And steals, you know, we got some people who really do. It's kind of a lost art nowadays, but it's not, because a lot of people are putting up jump shots from dang near almost half court nowadays. So, you know, it's not much defense that is played as far as, you know, steals is concerned, but it's still, you know, it's still something that can affect the game, especially timely steals. You got guys today like Chris Paul. He's a good leader. He's a good candidate for league leaders in steals each and every year. You know, he puts in a lot of work on the defensive end. You know, some of the best all time. Isaiah Thomas was one of them. Michael Jordan, he's another notable for steals. So is Kobe Bryant and Gary Payton. But then you also have John Stockton, who is the all-time NBA steals leader. You know, he also has a lot of assists too. So he was able to affect, you know, the game in little ways on both ends. You know, that's called being a leader, being able to play defense and work hard. And you got to have a good work ethic to do that, because you got to be able to stop your opponent from actually scoring too, as well as score yourself. So it's nice to be balanced on both ends of the ball. You know, and in another segment, you know, I have ways you can do that as far as, you know, defensive setups and defensive plays and schemes, you know, to do that. And that's in a whole nother vlog and a whole nother podcast, you know, and in which case I'll probably talk about some of the best teams to ever do it. But right now, John Stockton is the NBA all-time leader in steals. And I'll tell you what, though, again, I won't tell you, I'll show you. Here's a few clips.
Clippers down by one. Don't give him a pick. 6 seconds to go. Chris Paul will go to work. Lose the basketball. Conley will dribble away time, and a foul is going to be called on Matt Barnes. And Chris Paul is beside himself. He's exhausted constantly. Exhausted is right. That's the first thing.
I mean, he is. That's the only way he makes a turnover at that moment. He's got nothing left. He's trying to make a move right here.
Three-point lead for New Orleans. Leonard with a steal on a play. McClaw on the other end with the stop. 5 to shoot for Conley off the screen of Gasol. Westbrook picks his pocket the other way for the dunk. 4 seconds remaining. Score tied at 90. Westbrook with the pick and the pack, and we're tied at 90 and a timeout called by Memphis. Unbelievable play by Westbrook.
What a huge defensive play for Russell. Double team. Al struggles, throws it out. Telfair.
That's what they table they have. They're going to be measured by what they do in the postseason. The steal by Patterson. Here's Lowry. Lowry back to Patterson. Patterson with a jumper, and it's good. Oh, what a scene here in Brooklyn. Team will look at the steal by Patterson. The anticipation. Lowry back to Patterson. Knocks it down.
10 seconds tied up.
Iverson stole the ball. Iverson stole the ball. And he scores. And how do you like that?
That's all.
And now another category is block shots. Block shots are exciting. I mean, you know, when somebody gets up underneath the rim and tries to do what they do and then they get stopped. I mean, especially timely blocks. Timely blocks, man, they'll lift up a team, if they're down, and, they'll be able to get everything squared away, on that note. But the only thing about block shots, though, is that you got to be able to get the defensive rebound, because if you don't, the other team's just not going to do anything but score. So you try not to get laxed on defense. Hakeem Olajuwon, he's a league leader in block shots, and there's a couple of guys that we've mentioned before. There's Dennis Rodman, who was notorious for blocking shots. So is Ben Wallace. Serge Ibaka is another guy that could block some shots. There's a lot of big men out there who, really sends the ball in the opposite direction when it comes to you being able to do all of that. So I'll tell you what, though. Here's some highlights.
Turning down a lot of open shots right now.
LeBron, a cut for the weak side. Luka blocked him twice.
That's very alert defensive play.
Oh, what a moment that is for young Luka Doncic.
A couple of blocks on LeBron James.
Right, he blocks it. LeBron blocks it at the other end. Here we go. LeBron James spinning. LeBron all the way. Scores it.
Wow, that was some sequence by LeBron. Do it on one end, I guess you have to get rewarded on the other.
A little bit different, a little bit. Block shot, absolute shutdown stuff. Brook Lopez.
Cross court to left for Royce. And he got denied at the rim by Davis.
A major rejection. Dallas looking for the win. Brunson got it off. It was blocked. Chris Paul with the block at the buzzer, and the Rockets survive and win in Dallas 94-93.
Exum has it blocked in the corner by who else? Derek, 2011 MVP, Rose. You could not have scripted a better ending to this game. A 50-point effort to get the Timberwolves a gutty win.
Screen by Gasol. Conley thought about the three. Mark on the deck, blows by Lopez. Oh, and met at the summit by Antetokounmpo.
Giannis did a good job of timing that Statue of Liberty attempt.
Conley went into his to deny Antetokounmpo.
Conley blocked the Greek freak off a glass.
For the Thunder, now the 11th turnover is Beasley. Oh, he went up for the tomahawk slam, and Noel said, not on my watch.
He forgot that there's a guy named Nerlens Noel. He just said, not now, and not in my house.
Ooh, at the summit.
But the Thunder, after that 0-4 start, playing really well. Grant blocked by Robinson. That's his 8th block of the game, and that's a Knick rookie record.
And that shows you that this kid is not quitting. Look at the hustle by Robinson. Very impressive.
Shot clock knocked away there by the Rockets. And here comes Harden with a Euro step and knocked down by Embiid. Down goes Harden. Seconds left.
With just over 3 minutes to play, Plumlee takes it, faces up Gobert, puts a shoulder down.
Oh, get that out of here.
By Gobert.
DPOY. DPOY, Defensive Player of the Year. Here's a steal. Gary Clark is caught from behind by Dennis Smith.
Look at the bench.
This is Gordon.
All right, so that's pretty much, the whole very basic things about defense and what defense does, and how it affects a basketball game in general. I hope you guys enjoyed it, So if you like the content, subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's Arinthius Frazier. Hit the like button, subscribe and like it. You can catch me on the gram, Instagram, that is. For those of y'all that don't know the slang term for social media, you can hit me up on the gram at Renegade Ren 24. My podcast name, Renegade Ren. I'm on a couple of podcasts here at the school. Check it out. Subscribe it. I got some more for you. That way you can learn the game of basketball. All right? But for now, you take care. And until next vlog and next podcast.